Yeah, is this the Peebs?
Dude, yeah, I guess so. I guess it is.
Episode 40, dude.
Shit.
We're getting on up there. Middle age, man. Middle age. This is we're hitting the hump in the road.
Is this one midlife crisis?
Dude, so you talked me into getting the opera.
Yeah.
I just got it last night. Chrome was pissing me off. And I know I don't like Firefox. I have never liked Firefox at all.
And they did something recently that was incredibly stupid. I can't quite remember what it was.
Yeah, Mozilla, let's see, a few years ago, they were raising privacy awareness with a Looking Glass extension. Mozilla partnered with Mr. Robot, which is a TV series. It's just an ARG. It's an alternate reality game. That's the equivalent of sticking fucking Candy Crush into it. So yeah. But that was 2017. All kind of dumb stuff. It's whatever. Yeah, Mozilla, I mean, it's just a foundation like anybody else. I mean, one day we'll be saying the same shit about Opera, and we'll be moving on to the next thing. But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with, legacies dying, whatever. Empires come and go.
Yeah, it's nature.
One thing I'm looking at right now is I don't like that the sidebar is on the left because my GNOME sidebar is also on the left.
Oh man, I bet that looks weird.
Well, my GNOME sidebar stays hidden unless I mouse all the way to the left. So that means I have to get good with, which means that when I hit that left side of my screen, sorry, let me lower my mic here. When I hit that left side of the screen, that means my GNOME sidebar pops up in the way of my Opera sidebar. So I just need to move it around. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
I think you can remove a lot of those buttons over on that bar.
Yeah, it comes with Facebook and WhatsApp, which are both owned by Facebook, by the way. So that's kind of weird. But I get it. They're popular. A lot of people use them. So I see why they're there. And Telegram as well. And Telegram's okay, but Telegram is not open source. I do use Telegram sometimes. It's a secure messenger. It promises to be encrypted, but it's not open source. Whereas something like, let's see, for Android users have Signal. And Signal is an open source encrypted messaging service. So most people trust Signal. It's backed by like the Open Whisper systems is the backbone of Signal. Yeah. And Snowden himself is the one who kind of brought light to Signal and Open Whisper.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hacked God himself.
I'm definitely a fan of Opera, even in the short time that I've been using it. Their built-in ad blockers pretty decent. And the VPN service, man. I love that.
I hadn't tried either one. I went straight for uBlock Origin.
I need to do that. You sent that to me earlier today. Thank you again for that.
That was RES that I sent you earlier. Have you ever used Reddit Enhancement Suite?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was RES for
Opera?
For Opera, yeah.
Okay.
Copy link address and Shazam. Oh, god damn it, Google. I wonder if there's an undirect delete message. I just want the link. Google
and Mandela.
Googleifies and Mandela. Undirect Google Opera extension. So there's one for Chrome that takes the Chrome links, or the Google search links that you search for, and it removes the Google tracker data from it. So that way, when you copy a link straight off of Google, it's just the link. It's not a tracking link, which I get it. I mean, Google absolutely has priority to, or whatever you want to call it, to track who's clicking on what links throughout their search engine. Sure, of course. But yeah, I mean, the interface on Opera is slick. I like it a lot. It's clean. It's sharp.
Not cumbersome.
Not at all. Not at all. I threw on the dark mode.
Dude, there is a particularly badass feature. And whenever you play a video out of any player, at least every single type of player so far that I have found. I mean, everything from YouTube to Pluto TV.
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh, yeah. Watch cartoon online.
Dude, no shit. That's badass.
Everything so far. Yeah. And on my laptop, YouTube was buggy for a little bit, but it resolved itself ultimately. And yeah, I can slap it right over the top of WoW.
So yeah, you just pull basically a video, you pop up a video overlay of whatever video you're watching, and it sits on top of anything that you're playing.
I mean, I slammed up like 2 little birds this evening watching Forensic Files. Just not paying attention and just kind of in a low hover. Just kind of drifted into the side of a building.
I miss Forensic Files. I used to watch that a lot. It used to come on True TV back when True TV was not garbage TV. And I don't even think it exists anymore. But when True TV first came out, it was stuff like Forensic Files and Cops and stuff like that. It was like real, actual shows. Nonfiction, I suppose. Or, yeah, it was like nonfiction television. But that went away, within a few years. Which, I don't know. That's TV for you. So, yeah, I'm glad you brought up Pluto, though. Pluto, like, honestly, my dad, I think, told me about Pluto forever ago. I mean, years ago. And it was all right. I just used to watch, it's got a 24/7 Mystery Science Theater and a 24/7 Riff Tracks stream on it. And I used to watch those. Not the Riff Tracks blockbusters, but the royalty-free, like expired copyright Riff Tracks movies. And so yeah, I mean, that's all I used to watch on there. But then we were talking a few weeks ago, Toonami Aftermath. They had Nickelodeon and MTV 97, but they had to dump those because apparently Viacom was threatening a lawsuit. I guess Time Warner is not, which is fucking sweet. I was wondering how these guys skirted the legal system, and I think it's just because Time Warner hasn't pursued them over anything. They're only playing classic TV. And, there's what's wrong with playing television shows from 20, 30 years ago? I mean, at this point, it should kind of be considered archival material, archival purposes. God forbid you try and enjoy something that's 20 years old without paying Mr. Viacom for it. So Pluto popped back up recently. Yeah, I was back over at my dad's, and he was showing me all the new channels they had recently added. There's a fuck ton of them. And Nickelodeon channel's one of them, and a 24/7 Forensic Files. It's fucking sweet.
Yeah. There's a couple good ones, man.
And it's ad supported, but it, as free television is, it's
Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
It's not overbearing. It's some pretty decent movies on, man. Lone Wolf McQuade, Chuck Norris. Used
Really?
to have the VHS back in the day, dude. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen that shit in years. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I could only get away with watching so much of it. You know, the business was right there.
I have signed up for Humble Monthly because the August Humble Monthly was Kingdom Come Deliverance and Surviving Mars. I've been eyeing both of those games for a while, but especially Kingdom Come. And actually, all the other games were just dropped today, maybe. So it's Kingdom Come Deliverance, Surviving Mars, which is a sci-fi city builder that's about colonizing Mars. I've played a little bit of it. It's okay. I'd probably get more into it. I think it's got a bit of a learning curve. Dude, Rising Storm 2 Vietnam with I don't remember if it comes with all the DLC or I don't know. But that's a Red Orchestra game, which I've never played any of those. It comes with this game called Yokus Island Express. It's a unique blend of pinball mechanics, platforming, and open world exploration. It's kind of cool. It looks like a 2-dimensional. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do see the pinball aspects. That looks interesting. The Adventure Pals, which is a platformer. Almost There, which is like a hardcore platformer. Okay. Like a Super Meat Boy. Swords and Soldiers 2, Shawarmageddon. That's from the makers of Awesome Knots, which was kind of a fun game. And Don't Give Up, which is a comedic RPG about a mentally ill game dev. Oh, it's about Anita Sarkeesian. That's cool. Them's his jokes. So anyway,
Them's his jokes.
I've realized with it was a long tangent there. There's a thing called the Humble Trove. So as long as you're a Humble monthly subscriber, which is $12 a month, you get, let's see, August 2019 was $166 worth of value. And it supported Covenant Horse, which is some sort of charity.
I was about to ask, something like this goes to charity.
Yep. And so you also get access to the Humble Trove, which is like 60 something games that you get to download DRM free and you get to keep them. It says it's updated monthly. The ones that were just added were Anna's Quest, which is, I've always heard good things about Anna's Quest. Daedalic Entertainment. I don't remember what else they make. Oh shit, then I just closed the website. But anyway, so Wasteland, the original Wasteland is also on there, which is God, when did Wasteland come out? Was that a precursor to Fallout?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know if I've ever played Wasteland.
Oh yeah, 88. 88, because Fallout wasn't until 98? 97 was Fallout. Developed and published developed by Interplay, published by EA in 1988. And Yeah, it was critically acclaimed. It was intended to be followed by 2 sequels, but they were both canceled. Okay, so the idea for it became the basis for Fallout. Um, and then the developer In Exile Entertainment released the sequel in 2014, which is a lot more updated. It doesn't feel like 1988 for sure. But yeah, there's a Linux port of it, and it's DRM free, so I just downloaded it. And so Broken Sword is another title that looks really good, and it's just a point and click adventure game, but it's one of the original classics. I played it a long time ago. I've got it on the Wii, and
You're a fan of those, man.
they're good. I like them.
I
And they've got
remember
good
those.
stories.
What was it? Those different colored rooms. I played a couple of those back in college. I think that's whenever you showed those to me.
Oh yeah, the Crimson Room and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
So yeah, that's basically what these are. It's an escape room with a long storyline and cutscenes and shit like that. They're very cool. So yeah, the Humble, I'm not going to stick around for September Humble monthly. There's 2 games that they reveal 2 games, and then once that subscription is over, they release 6 more games. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but whatever. It seems worth it. I mean, it's definitely, monetarily worth it because it's always at least like $100 and something bucks worth of credit or $100 and something bucks worth of games. But so Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm not very far in. A couple hours in now.
How far exactly did you get?
The castle town that I started in, the village was raided by an army.
Yeah.
And you run off on a horse. You get your horse.
Yeah.
And you run to the next town basically to warn them.
Yeah.
And that's where I've quit so far.
Okay. That's basically what I remember.
It's exciting. I mean,
did you get chased?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
Dude, they were up my ass.
Okay. I was about to say they were on mine too. I could not believe it.
It's tough.
I died a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a tough game.
Okay, damn, man. Okay, because I thought for the longest time, maybe it was just me that had a rough time there. But yeah, they were riding on the fucking saddle with me.
Now that quest took me a long time to get past because I kept riding in the wrong direction. It's not immediately apparent that you have to go in one direction.
And it doesn't, it doesn't really hold your hand. It just really will just pop you and tell you no when you fuck it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so first I just ran off. I found the first turn I could, and I thought I'd just dart out into the woods and lose him. And when I did that, it said I was killed by a stray arrow. I was like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
That was gay. So I did it again just in case I accidentally did get hit by an arrow. And then that's when I realized that was just a soft wall there. So then the next time I went running all the way around the wrong end of the village before it told me, like, I think you're going the wrong direction. And I was like, well, shit. So then I just turned around and went the right direction and passed all those same guys that had been chasing me. Some of them on foot, some of them on horses. And when I made it out of the village, there were 2 of them that were up my ass.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm hooked on it.
Man, I recently watched a video of a guy sparring in in an arena, quote unquote. Really, it was just a small tiny fenced in square that was well trodden, and it was wet and muddy, and there was only a couple people leaning up against the little fence there. And I can't remember. I know he was using some small little mace, and he had like a small buckler for a shield. And man, the combat was, it was very deliberate. Like you had to pay attention from which direction blows were coming from. And yeah, it was wild. I didn't understand what was going on. Obviously, I never made it that far, but it looks like it gets pretty.
You can swing in different directions. I mean, that's kind of what you're doing with the mouse, is you're swinging your sword almost. Because there was one little tutorial for sword play basically. And yeah, it's tough. Fist fighting, I got in a fist fight with the town drunk when I went to go collect his debt. That was like the very first quest. And that's hard as shit. I mean, fist fighting's hard. And I'm running through Proton on an old system. I mean, my computer's pretty old at this point. I'm running an i5. I don't remember what model i5 I'm running.
Me either. That's what you slapped into this one.
When did we build yours? How old's your computer?
Dude, I want to say it was 2013.
Oh, wow. Jesus. Dude, these computers have lasted us a while.
Well, no.
My computer probably is about that old.
I checked my Newegg order history the other day.
Yeah, that's the problem with switching browsers. I have to log back into every website I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running an i5 3470. It was created in 2012 is when the Ivy Bridge processors came out. So yeah, I probably did build this computer in 2012-ish. Oh, here we go. 2012 release date. And it was newish when I bought it then. And I'm running a Radeon HD 7900. I think it's a 7950. Factory overclocked from XFX. A 7000 series. Yeah, release date January 2012. So I did build my computer in 2012. And I haven't done much to it since then. Haven't had to. 8 gigs of RAM, i5, and a 7950. And it still runs great. I mean, I'm running GTA 5 on great settings with, very little slowdown at all. I'm not running 60 frames a second, but in 1080, I'm running 30. And shit, I mean, I'm running Kingdom Come on pretty low settings, and it's okay. I'm getting about 15 FPS, but it's a consistent 15 FPS. It's playable for sure. I'm probably going to start saving up here to rebuild. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, we'll see.
Yeah, man, you can get you some good video cards now for G-Fizzle.
Yeah.
There's some new G-Wiz crap that's come out recently, and I'm telling you, you get you a little 1070 like I've got, and man, that'll carry you for a while. And it was 2014 that you built my computer.
Yeah, it wasn't long after I built mine. Yeah. Sorry, trying to log back into my Amazon account. Honey.
Man, I haven't listened to Bill in a while.
It's been good. Nia's been on lately. A lot of people do not like when Nia's on that podcast, but I love their relationship. I love the way that they talk to each other and like joke with each other. I think they're a lot of fun. So yeah, I've got my eyes on, and this is old now. It might be gone now. No, there it is. It's a Radeon RX 580 for $180, and that's from what I understand, that's a slick fucking card. It's got 3 display ports, HDMI and DVI, VR ready. Yep, because DisplayPort is what the new Valve Index uses.
Oh, okay. So that's why all the cool kids are using it now. Does that is that display 4K better or the best, I suppose?
DisplayPort, how old is this article? Okay, 2018, this isn't too old. DisplayPort 1.2 supports video resolutions up to 3840 by 2160, so that's 4K. It also supports all common 3D video formats. The maximum bandwidth is 17.28 gigabits per second. HDMI max bandwidth is 10.2 gigabits. It'll do 4K, but only at 30 hertz. DisplayPort will do 60 hertz. So, okay. So, yeah, DisplayPort. Both support 8 channels of digital audio. The main difference is that HDMI features an audio return channel, which is, I've used audio return before, and it's kind of janky. The problem with a lot of your HDMI protocols is they're not... Protocol may be a bad name for it because I don't think they're super standardized. A lot of manufacturers have their own proprietary standards for some of the features that are available. So basically, HDMI has a dedicated line for returning audio back down the cable. So if you're watching, let's say, your Roku that's built into your TV, you can pass that back down to your surround sound receiver via the HDMI cable. But it's janky as fuck. I've gotten it to work, but it's strange. I imagine most people don't use it at all. So yeah, they're similar, but DisplayPort is a better option. I mean, just for, devices that require it. Your standard monitor isn't going to require something like DisplayPort. It's when you start getting into VR and then you need 2 screens at 4K at 60 hertz. That's when, because you've got 1 screen for each eye, that's when you start getting into some serious bandwidth.
One of these days, I'll crack into some VR. Hey, real quick, dude, on Pluto TV, on the military channel, they're playing the movie Stalag 17, which is a classic movie. It's black and white, 2.5 hours, and it's about these POWs in World War II that were in a prisoner camp, and that's what a Stalag was. And they're in Stalag 17. Well, it's just, it's just a story of, a bunch of American and British and Allied POWs living under German subjugation there. And anyways, in the story, there's a guy that you think is like a snitch that was working with the Germans, but turns out he's not. And anyways, it's black and white. It's old, man. It's real old. I used to have the VHS of it back when I was a kid, man. And And there was a part in that movie that recently I was trying to remember what old war movie that came from, and sure enough, it was Stalag 17. Didn't realize that was the deal until just now. Pretty freaking cool, man. Pluto TV for the win.
That's badass. That's a
Yeah,
classic.
I'm gonna be sticking around, man. This Pluto TV is pretty nice.
Hell yeah. Yes.
And with Opera, dude, that screen deal it blows my mind.
That's pretty sweet.
Back when I first started playing WoW, I always wished that I could have, like a tiny little video screen about as large as the map, the mini map.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, dude, if I'm not able to do that. Freaking sweet.
That's Opera needs to sell itself a little bit better. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. For all the, I don't know. I can't believe Opera's not. Maybe it's on its way up. Maybe it's on its way up. I do get some guff every now and then. Like when I go to pay my internet bill or something like that. Oh, you're not running a supported browser. So write a letter to my parents. Everything still works just fine, But that's other than crap like that. I've really only got maybe 2 of those. One recently. But it's good stuff, man. I'm happy. I don't miss Google one bit. I've been going it for a while.
Yeah, I need to change my default on Opera here to DuckDuckGo.
And Proton Mail is sweet. I may end up getting a paid plan with them.
Cool.
We'll see.
I need to dig up my Proton Mail address. I think I've still. Let me see.
Dude, and Terminator's on and shit.
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to look and see because I do have a Proton Mail address, but I don't think I've ever used it. I just secured it so I'd have my preferred.
Yeah. I kind of did the same thing. I went ahead and jumped on 2 of them because I think over the next year I'm going to slowly transition.
Man, so Tulsi Gabbard has been accusing Google of censoring her.
Oh yeah, son.
I'm seeing a lot of Tulsi billboards too. She might be. I hope that she's the Democratic candidate. She seems, of course, our buddy Stick says that she's the one to vote for, but she really does seem like the most sane Democratic candidate.
He's apparently got a stupid view on guns.
Tulsi Gabbard thinks we're doomed. The New York Times. I mean, yeah, of course she does. She's a Democrat, and that's, that is what it is. She was vice chair of the DNC. I didn't know that. Under Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Tulsi was.
From 13 to 16.
Shit.
Before that, she was a member of the Honolulu City Council.
Deborah. I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Go for it.
Oh no, I had forgotten all about her and Imran Awan, the little IT guy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I hope Judicial Watch is still chasing that rabbit, because that does not deserve to sail off into the freaking sunset.
She served in a field medical unit of the Hawaii Army National Guard. Apparently, she's a major.
She's a freaking pilot, isn't she? I knew she served, but I thought she was a pilot.
Let's see. In 2004, she volunteered for a 12-month tour in Iraq, medical operations specialist and military police officer. Oh, damn, she's MP.
Oh, I'm full of shit.
She served at Logistical Support Area Anaconda, completing her tour in 2005. Anaconda had the nickname Mortaritaville because of the high frequency of insurgent mortars targeting it. Oh shit, Mortaritaville. Oh my god. In 2006, she was a legislative aide. She graduated from Accelerated Officer Candidate School in the Alabama Military Academy. She was the first woman to finish as Distinguished Honor Graduate. She was commissioned as a second lieutenant and assigned again to the 29th Brigade Special Troops Battalion of the Hawaii Army National Guard. This time to serve as an Army MPO. She was deployed to Kuwait. She was promoted from captain to major. She continues to serve as a major. So, okay. I mean, that's impressive. I'm impressed.
Hey, that's more than anyone up on that stage can say.
I think so. So in 2013, she was elected to a 4-year term as vice chair of the DNC. She was critical of Schultz's decision to hold only 6 debates at the 16 presidential primaries, compared with 26 in 2008 and 15 in 2004. And they held only 6 debates in 2016. Well, yeah, because it wasn't really a debate. It was, well, here's Hillary, everybody. Everybody look at Hillary. Hillary, 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 Hillary. Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. She called for more debates, appearing on multiple news outlets to express her dissatisfaction. She was either disinvited or asked to consider not coming to the debate in LA in Las Vegas as a consequence. Shit.
She's gotten dookied on in the past, man.
She resigned in order to endorse Sanders for the nomination. She was the first congresswoman to endorse Sanders and later gave nominating speech putting his name forward at the 2016 DNC. In 2016, she launched a petition to end the process of superdelegates. I mean, it sounds like she cares about being a Democrat and what that means for actual democracy, at least. So,
and honestly, that's what the Democrats need right now. They need someone like that to get their shit together, man. All this impeachment crap, they got to get over this orange man bad shit.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to, though. I don't. Yeah.
No, they won't. They won't. They'll have to lose huge. They'll have to lose huge. They've still got some big losses in store for them. I mean, it's 2020 is going to be a kick in the teeth for the Democrats. Because, I mean, aren't there midterm elections in 2022?
Should be, right?
You know, and that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are, and you know,
yep,
there's room for another shellac in there.
Yeah,
but yeah, Tulsi most certainly has been. So she pointed out. Finally, someone pointed out Kamala Harris's prosecutorial record,
which Styx has been doing from day one.
Yeah, which is you know, it's hilarious to see him harp up and down about something like this and watch someone else capitalize on it. And so she pointed that out, as well as the fact that she was making people overstay their sentences to get labor out of them. I mean, are they really talking about reparations when that's sounds an awful lot like slavery to me? Having people overstay their sentences for labor. That's, if I'm not mistaken, golly, here I am. I'm going to have to pause what I'm doing here. Look up what Tulsi said, because I swear that's what she said.
Vice. No, Kamala Harris didn't lock up Lil Kim in 2006. All right, so. Oh, damn. So, Lil Kim had federal charges in 05, and Harris, who was a DA of San Francisco at the time, appears in the show to share her criticism of the rapper's behavior and denounce anti-snitching culture. What I would like to see in the way that we're handling cases like those of Lil Kim, we say as a community, we're not going to glorify the gangster. That's funny as shit. Thanks, Vox, for trying to defend her.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I just watched that. Yes, that is correct. She did indeed keep people beyond their sentences for labor. And she withheld exculpatory evidence of a dude on death row until she was forced to hand it over. It was it's pretty and her hypocrisy on marijuana was highlighted as well. So but apparently Kamala has stayed in the race, so we'll see.
Opera's doing a weird thing where I changed my search engine,
but it's still that Google bar in the home.
Yeah,
search,
on the
right?
speed dial, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to figure out what the deal is with that as well, sir. So yeah, Kamala gets her butt ripped by Tulsi right there. And so the trending hashtag was Kamala destroyed, Kamala Harris destroyed. And if I remember correctly, it was as high as number 4 trending hashtag on Twitter before Twitter yanked it. And Tulsi was one of the most searched candidates after the debate, but there was some chicanery that went on in tandem with that. There was also some sort of rebuttal by Kamala Harris that was pushed by I don't know if it was CNN. Might have been. Who knows? Poor Tulsi does seem to get shit on by, if not her own party, by folks on the left.
It's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, I need to see if there's a Dissenter Opera plugin.
Lord, yes. God, I've missed that.
There's a Dissenter browser now.
Ooh.
Looking for the Dissenter extension for Opera.
Dissenter is a portable peanut gallery, man. Finding Dissenter comments in a place that you don't expect to is an absolute delight.
I don't know if there is a Dissenter extension for Opera.
There is an Opera extension to allow Chrome extensions. Okay. That's how I thought I was going to have to run Dissenter.
Okay, that's what it looks. Assumed. Yeah, that's what it looks to be. Unless I want to use the Dissenter browser, which I don't know. I may give it a shot.
Yeah, who knows, man?
Yeah, it's available for as a Debian package. So yeah, Tulsi's suing Google over censorship claims.
Oh, get out of here! Okay, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for $50 million. Because wow, Breitbart's got the quickest info here. Yeah, her complaint accuses Google of censoring the candidate at the very moment when millions of Americans wanted to learn more about her. They were blocking her ads shortly after the first Democratic presidential debate when she became the most searched for candidate. And it also accuses Google of sending Gabbard's campaign emails to people's Gmail spam folders at a disproportionately high rate. Pretty
Hey,
wild.
well, look at that.
Yeah.
A poor bastard was. I didn't fuck that up. So that was the chicanery. Okay. All right. Well, she's calling shenanigans.
Good. I mean, sure. Just don't get the government, involved in policing the internet, please.
Man, I've actually been watching some really early seasons of South Park. Like seasons 2 through, 5 or 6.
Oh, wow.
I forget which one it was. It's when it was Kyle or Stan wanted to call shenanigans on a carnival stand. I think he was trying to. The little carnival game was you had to throw a ball through Jennifer Love Hewitt's either mouth or ass. I can't remember.
Oh, wow. So if you single click on the tab in Opera, it automatically scrolls to the top of the page. And if you click it again, it'll scroll back to where you were. It's a neat little feature.
It's got a password manager as well.